Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm going to teach you guys how to use beacons. I'm going to also teach you guys everything there is to know about beacons. I get asked these questions quite a bit, like how beacons work and the little bits of the ins and outs of beacons, and a little bit of the misconceptions there is to know about beacons. So let's get into this. So right out the gate, you're going to need to basically make yourself some nether stars. And the way to get a nether star would be to summon a wither in this exact configuration, except you're going to be placing these blocks in the actual world, right? So if you really wanted to place down the wither, you're going to basically do this. Whoops, I put that on. And you're going to summon in your wither by doing like that. Once you defeat the wither, he's going to drop you a nether star, which, fun fact, nether stars have a despawn timer of 10 minutes compared to other blocks that have a despawn timer of 5 minutes. So once you get yourself that, you're going to need yourself some obsidian and some glass. Once you've done that, you'll make yourself the beacon. So everybody kind of has their own way of building up the beacons. I have a very, very straightforward way on like how I like to do it. So this is a hex beacon. This is your quad beacon. And this is your single beacon. They all have something in common. So if I wanted to build a single beacon, I'm going to place one block. And then you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to go 4 blocks out from each direction. Right? Just like this. This way, I don't have to memorize numbers. I'm just a visual person. And then you're just going to fill that base in. And then you're going to go all the way up until there's a center point. Same thing goes with this guy. So if I wanted to build a quad, I would do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In each direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. That's your quad. Right? And if I wanted to build a hex, the exact same thing. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is like an extremely straightforward way of just doing it. That's how I like to do my beacon bases. It just makes it extremely straightforward. I don't have to memorize like 11 by 11, 9 by 9, blah, blah, blah. I don't need to memorize these numbers. I'm not good at memorizing numbers. I'm just more of a visual person. Another really good thing to know about beacons is beacons also have the range of 50 blocks. And that's 50 blocks out in each direction. So 100 blocks if you're counting from way over there to way over here. It also has a range of going down 50 blocks, but infinitely up all the way past build limit. It will actually probably stop around 415-ish blocks, but you're not really going to be up that high. So it's always best to build your beacons actually down at bedrock. Another question I get asked quite a bit, and that people don't really know how to do this, but to get the times 2s. So let me just grab some ingots here real quick. So the way I like to configure my beacon orientation in my world is I like to kind of come around here. I always put resistance 2. So if you click on resistance 2, that will give you resistance 2. You'll see it pop up in just a second. There it is. And then I also like to give myself regen 2 right here in the center. Then I will always do this as well. I'll always put haste 2. Remember, you want to click on that. And I'll put speed 2 on the same side. And then I want to put my my jump boost 2 and my strength 2. A lot of people don't really realize that you can click on these. And then you got yourself every single beacon buff there is in the game. Am I missing one? Oh, I'm probably, missing speed? Yup. Oh, no, I didn't put this guy on here. Okay. There's haste. Okay, there's every single beacon buff in the game. I've done this multiple times. Anyways, you'll see that everything here will say a 2, except for regen. There's no such thing as regen 2. Regen 2 will basically make your hearts like move, but you can see that I'm way faster. I can jump way higher. I'll even be able to mine way faster. So there is that. Another very common misconception that a lot of people don't actually know is beacon beams can go through slabs, they can go through glass, they can go through any transparent block. But a lot of people seem to not know that beacons can actually go through bedrock. Bedrock is considered a transparent block. The amount of times I get asked whether or not you could put beacons in the nether, it actually is true. But I think the reason why people think you can't is because of this. A lot of the time when you're in the nether, you've got yourself like a weird thing like this, and then there'll be like a nether rack somewhere in there, right? This is just how bedrock roofs are. You know, they're kind of like crazy and all over the flipping place and stuff like that. And you never really know like what's going on here. So you'll place your beacon down here and you'll be like, why isn't my beacon working? What the heck's going on here? Well, what you're going to do actually is you're going to make sure that you place a TNT in here and you're actually going to light it. So I do this quite a bit. A lot of the time, you will actually blow up the netherrack on the inside of the bedrock for those times that you're unable to catch them, because it can become extremely annoying if you've got like maybe like a whole hex beacon here, right? And you're putting it in here in the nether, and you know, you think your bedrock is all good, but realistically it's like this block is covered, that one is covered, this guy is covered. And you're just like, bruh, what's going on here? Like, why is nothing like working? But this is just kind of like how bedrock is. And it might be completely concealed, right? Completely concealed. All you need to do is you need to like kind of get up in here. Like, cause there's a lot of the time there's little spots and little like little places that you could place this. You place your TNT in here, it'll actually blow up. A lot of the time will blow up little spots that you can actually get in here. And then you can start clearing out your spaces. So this one will probably get this guy, right? And then you're going to want to place this guy in here, and then you'll get this guy right here. And then you'll have all 6 beacon effects back. Obviously extremely annoying. But yeah, you can also color your beacons. So let's say I wanted to completely hide and I wanted myself to have a nice red beacon. Boom, red. But let's say I just didn't want to have it just red, but I also like, let's say I wanted to bring this guy up like all the way up to here. And then I wanted to kind of go to blue. And then I want to go back over to red. This is for people who really want to have like a really nice decorative like beacon or whatever it may be. You can have multiple colors to your beacon, which can actually be a pretty insanely cool building mechanic. Beacons are absolutely amazing. Hopefully this helped you guys out when it comes to actually constructing your beacons and a little bit about the basics of beacons. But basically I wanted to show you guys how to do the fundamentals of your beacons and do a little bit of a quick tutorial on how they work. I hope this helped you guys out. Peace.